So inshallah we're going to start. So we have been doing Surah AlGhashia, and last time we did up to ayat number 8. And the ayat number 8 last time was about the people who will be in the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will be in the ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. Wujuhun yawmaidin na'ima. The faces of the people that day will be in the state of pleasure, ni'mat. And then from here, from ayat number 9, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the state of those people and the blessings which there will be in the paradise and around it. So we'll just do first a simple translation and then we'll go into the details of that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, AlGhashia-2, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Lissa'iha radiya. This is about the ayat which is connected from before, the wujuhun, the faces or the people who will be in the na'ima, state of ni'mat. What will be their situation? They will be very satisfied by the effort that they had done in the worldly life, because in the hereafter they are getting the reward and they feel satisfaction that what effort they placed in the worldly life is fruitful now, is benefiting them now. So that's the meaning of Lissa'iha radiya. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions where these people will be physically. Fi jannatin aliyah. They will be in the jannat, which is the paradise. Aliyah, something which is elevated, which is raised. Okay. La tasma'u fiha laghiya. They are not going to hear any useless conversation there. In the paradise, there will not be any useless talk or conversation. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning laghiya. Laghiya means useless. What's that? Fiha aynun jariya. And in this paradise, there will be a spring of waters running, flowing water. That is jariya. Fiha sororum marfu'a. And inside that paradise, there will be couches like thrones. They will be raised high, marfu'a. Wa akwabum mawdu'a, and there will be cups, because they will be served all kinds of pleasures there. So there will be cup that will be placed nicely, decorated nicely. Wa namariqu masfufa, and there will be cushions. These cushions will be row after row after row. Okay? So they can lean against those cushions. وَزَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوسَةٌ, and there will be carpets. And these carpets will be spread all over the place. Okay? So that's the state or description of the paradise. So at this point, up to ayat number 16, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the state of the Jannah, state of the paradise. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his ayat come back to the worldly life. And two things are mentioned up to in ayat number 17 and 18. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants the people who are listening the Quran in the worldly life to pay attention about something, so they can understand and ponder the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So first thing which is being mentioned here, afala yanzuruna. The meaning is it that these people don't see? Nazar means seeing. Yanzuruna, don't they see? Ilal ibili, towards the camel. Kaifa khuliqat, how we have created this animal, this camel. How grand this animal we have created. Look at the creation of this animal and you will see the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then this is a question being asked, that don't they see how we have created, or how the camel has been created? And then the next question which is being asked, that wa ila samai, and don't they see towards the sky, kaifa rufi'at, how it has been raised high above the earth. And then the ayats continue after that, but inshallah we'll do up to this point. Okay, so going back to the beginning, the first word is li sa'iha. Okay, so it's made of three words. Li means with or for, but here the best meaning will be with. Okay. Then the next word is made of these three letters, Shin, Ain and Ya. Okay. The meaning is to put some effort, to make an effort. Okay. The meaning is to make effort. Okay. And the word that we combine these three, Sa'yun. Sa'yun means effort. Effort or hard work. Sa'yun. Okay. And then the word ha, one meaning is her or she, and it is also used for plural there. Okay. So when we look at that, with their effort, by combining li means with, sa'yun means effort, and ha means there. So this is about the people who are mentioned in the previous ayat, that those people will be in the state of pleasure. Now it is being said that with their effort, with the effort they did in the worldly life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing to their effort. So combining these two will be lisa'yiha. Okay, if you write together, it will be written like that. So the meaning will be with their effort. Okay, what will be with their effort? The next word is defining that. Let's look at the next word. Okay. So the root letters are Ra, Dad and Waw. The meaning of this is to be satisfied or to satisfy. Radhi or Razi that we say means someone is satisfied, someone is pleased, someone is happy, okay, or agreeable. So that's the meaning of Radha. Ra, Da, Dad and Waw. Okay. Now, if we make the word Radiyun, means a person who is satisfied. So it is a satisfied person. And this is used if the person is masculine. Okay. Radi is a person who is satisfied. Okay. Who is content. Okay. And it's a masculine. The feminine word for this one is Radiya or Radiyatun. Okay. Just like Sajid and Sajida. So that's how you make the feminine. So when you stop, you say Razia or Razi or Radiya or Radi. Okay. So this is a person who is a feminine is satisfied. Okay. Now, why the word feminine is? Because in the previous ayat we say Wujuhu yawmaidin na'ima. Wujuh is a group. Faces or people on that day will be in the state of joy. Lisa'iha, by their effort. Radiya, because the grammar is for the feminine, the group. Okay, that's the reason we are using it is not that we are talking about only feminine here, but for a group the feminine grammar is used. Okay, so lisa'iha, with their effort. radiya, they will be satisfied. Those people will be very satisfied by the effort they put in the worldly life, and their reward came in the hereafter. Okay, so this is satisfied. Okay, so this is where the state will be of the people. Now in the next ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these people will be in the gardens. Okay, so that is the next ayat, which says the root letters are Jim, Noon, and Noon. Okay, and the word from that we make is Jannatun. Jannatun means garden. Okay, generally we say Jannat, but the full word is Jannatun. Jannatun means garden. Okay. Now, if we put a fi before that, fi means in. Okay. Fi means in. So fi and the word after that is garden, the Jannah. But fi is called harf jar, and its characteristic is that it looks at the next word, at the noun, and changes the last letters harkat from dhammas to kasras. So word becomes jannatin. Okay. Actual word is jannatun. Meaning does not change, but sound changes because that is what the preposition does in Arabic. Fi. So fi jannatin. If fi was not there, it will still be jannatun. Okay. Fi jannatin. Okay. Then after that is the word and, lam, and waw. Okay. This means to raise or to elevate something. To raise something high. Okay. And one thing that we commonly know, the word ali or aliyun. Aliyun means raised high. Something that has been raised at a higher position is ali. We say ali maqam or ali, word is commonly used. Okay. And again, this word is used for masculine, and its feminine is aliyatun. That's how we make the feminine. We put a ta at the end, like round ta, ta marbuta, it becomes a feminine. So aliyatun is the same thing that has been raised, but it's a feminine nature. Okay. Now, Jannatun also has this, one of the sign of a feminine word is that it should have a ta at the end, ta marbuta, round ta. So Jannatun was a feminine word, and that Jannat is a high Jannat. So Aliyatun, a feminine word, has to be used with that. So Aliyatun is the sifat or characteristic or attribute of the Jannat. Okay. Simply you can say Jannat, but then you are adding some sifat, adjective to the Jannat, which is very high, raised high, high status. Okay. And also, the sifat follows the noun. So if this is Jannatin, this will be Aliyatin. Okay. So that's the word in the Quran. Fi Jannatin, these people will be in the garden. Aliyatin, which is a very high, raised, elevated garden. Okay. So that is in garden, which is raised.
And the word Jannatin is singular, not.
Yeah,
Not
Jannatun is the plural. Jannatun is one garden, Jannat is the plural of that. So people will be in the garden which is raised, elevated, higher status garden. Okay. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that in that Jannat, in that paradise, people will not be talking useless things. Like in this worldly life, they have useless conversation, love. In the garden, in the paradise, they will be talking about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and about the good things, not about the useless conversation. So that is the next ayah says, La tasma'u fiha laghiya. Okay, so let's look at that. So Seen, Meme and Ayn. This means to hear. Sami'a means to hear something. Okay. Now, also remember that we are constantly talking about the group, wujuhun, okay, or the faces or the group of the people, and for the group, the grammar of feminine is used all the time. Okay. So the grammar here, tasma'u, means she will hear. The literal meaning is she will hear. Okay? But the she is actually they. Okay? Because for the plural we use the grammar of feminine. Okay? So they will hear. Okay? And the word before that is la. La means not. So the meaning will be they will not hear. In the paradise, la tasma'u, they will not hear. Okay? So that is the first two words. They will not hear. Now then after that are the words fi. Fi means in, and ha, literal meaning is her, but as I said it is used for the plural also. But this is a feminine word also. So here we can just, so fiha, in her. But the word is Jannat. So we can say in it. Okay, we don't have to say in English, we can say in it. Fiha means in it, inside the Jannat, inside the paradise. So they will not hear in paradise in it. Okay. Now the next word, it starts with three letters, lam, ghain and waw. Okay. Lahu. Okay, and that means useless. Useless talk. Useless conversation, useless talk. It's called lahu talk. Lahu conversation. Okay. Now again, the word is laghiyatun. It's a feminine word. That means useless conversation. People talking to each other. Conversation always happens between more than one person, two people. Okay? So there people will not be talking useless things to each other. Okay? La tasma'u, they will not hear, because nobody will be talking So nobody will be hearing a useless conversation. So that is the meaning of la tasma'u. They will not hear fiha, in it, in the paradise, laghiyatun, useless conversation. Okay, that is laghiya. So that is the situation in the paradise. Okay. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions fiha aynun jariya. Okay. So again, the word fiha means in it. Okay. In the paradise. The next word starts with ayn, ya, and noon. And aynun is the noun. This means water spring. Spring of water. Aynun means a spring of water that comes out from the ground. Okay. Now the other word is jim, ra, and ya. Okay. This means to run or to flow. Again, this word is commonly used with the jari. It was just used for water or stream of water or nahar jari ho gayi. So jaraya means to run or to flow something. Okay, so jariyatun is the noun from here. Jariyatun means flowing or running. So the spring of water will be running there. This water will come out and will start running, flowing. So that is the meaning of fiha aynun jariya. Jariyatun, running. Okay. So that will be another favor, another blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that there will be plenty of water and water will be running from the springs. And that will be flowing or running. Fiha aynun jariya. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions other things after that. What will be there in the paradise. Okay. Again, the word is, the ayat starts with fiha, means in it, in the paradise. Okay. So the next word starts with these three letters, sin, ra, ra. And sororun means a couch. The couch that you sit on is sororun. Couches, okay, or the thrones that you sit on. Masnad, big chairs. Okay, sororun. Okay. Now also there are next few words which will follow the same trend. So let's understand one thing. Let's look at the word first, rafa'a. Okay. Rafa'a means to raise. Raf'at is something this is high. So rafa'a means to raise high. Okay. Now let's use an example because next few words will follow the same trend. So if we understand this, it will be easy to follow. If you have this word qatala, qaf, ta, and lam. Qatala means to kill something. Okay, kill. So these are the words that we commonly know. So I'm going to use those. Qatala means to kill. Okay. If I put an alif in between first and second, this will become qatil. Okay. Who is qatil? The killer. The one who is doing something, the doer. That's how we make the doer, the actor or the doer, by putting an alif, so it becomes qatil. Okay. How do we make the one who get killed? This is Urdu word. Maqtul. How do we make the person who got killed? We put a meme in the beginning and a waw. Okay? And we keep the three letters. Qaf, ta, and lam. So that's how we make the one upon whom the work was done. Okay? So the difference is that this person where we put an alif is doing the action. This person is the one upon whom action has been done. Okay? So this is killing, this got killed. Okay? So that is how we make the word in Arabic where the work is being done on. Okay? By putting in a meme and a waw. Okay? So now maqtul is a masculine. Okay? What will be the feminine of this word?
Maqtula.
Maqtula. Okay? So if it is feminine, then we add one more letter, wa, ha at the end. And in Arabic, this is actually a ta marbuta. So maqtulatun, like Hamid, Hamidatun. Okay? So maqtula or maqtulatun. When we stop, we say maqtula. But the full word is maqtulatun. Similarly, when we stop, we say qatil. But the actual word is qatilun. All the nouns in Arabic end with the sound of noon. Kitabun is the actual word, sound of noon. So qatilun, maqtulatun. Okay, so this example is that this word where we had a meme and a waw and a ta marbuta is become something that work is being done on. Okay, so here is the word rafa'a. Okay, I'm going to use the same, and rafa means to raise something. So instead of killing something, raising something. Okay, so if I put a meme and a waw and a ta at the end, okay, exactly same thing, and keep these three letters, marfu'atun, marfu'atun or marfu'a. What is this thing? Something that has been raised. The work is done on this one. Okay, if I put an alif here, this will become Rafi. Rafi is the person who is raising something, like Qatil. Okay? But the thing that is being raised is Marfu'atun. Okay? In the Quran it says Sururum Marfu'atun. Sururum is the couches. Marfu'atun, they have been raised high. High couches, high thrones are the sign of status. You notice that kings always have their very throne high in the court. Okay, judge sits in a higher place. Okay, That's the sign of honor, dignity. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that in this paradise there will be couches. Those couches will not be just low couches, but they will be very high couches. So they will signify the status. The people are sitting in a higher place, means they have higher status in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is the meaning. Fiha sururum marfu'a. In there, in the garden, in the paradise, there will be couches that have been raised high. Okay? So this is couches raised high. Okay, so we'll keep this example here, okay, because next few words are going to use the same example. So the next thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning is وَأَكْوَابٌ مَوْضُوعَةٌ. So akwabun is the plural of kaubun. Kaubun means cup. Kaubun means a cup of water or something that you used to drink. Okay, its plural is akwabun. So the plural is akwabun. Akwabun means cups. Now the next word is mawdu'atun. So the word starts with these three letters: waw, dwad, and ain. Okay. Wada'a. The meaning of this is to put in order. So if you just recall, like if you are going to attend a party and they have all the tables decorated, and each table has cups very nicely put in a line and decorated in a beautiful way. Okay, so that is being said that in the paradise, when people will go to the places where they will drink, they will see that cups are placed in a very nice order there. Okay, so that is akwabun. So wada'a means to put in order. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add mim, waw, and ta in this one. Okay. So if I put in mim, waw, and ta like this, and you keep these three letters: waw, dwad, and ain. So by putting these three letters, the meaning is that something that has been put in nice order. Cups have been put in nice order. Okay, mawdu'a. Okay, so this kind of formation is that some work is being done on these cups. And what is the work? They have been nicely decorated, nicely put on the tables in the right order. Not that just somebody threw them like that, but they have been beautifully set there or staged there. So that is the meaning of akwabum mawdu'atun, the cups placed in order. Okay, waw means and akwabum means cups placed in order. Placed in order. Okay, so that's another scene of Jannat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the scene of paradise. Okay. Okay. Then the next ayat is وَنَمَارِقُ مَصْفُوفًا. Okay, so the word namariq means Cushion. Namariqun means cushion. Takiye. Gaw takiye or takiye. So namariq. So you lean against them. You sit down and you lean against. Okay. So those called namariq. Okay. Gaw takiya is the right word for that. Okay. So that is namariq. Now the next word after that is swad, fa, and fa. And the word that we know also is saf. What is saf? Something has been put in order. Row after row. That's the saf is when you make row after row. Okay, that's saf. Okay, so this word is to arrange, for example, to be in a row. Okay, that is what the saf is. Saf is a row. Okay. Again, use this formation. Put a meme, waw, and ta. Okay. So you put a meme, waw, and ta. Okay. And put these three letters, swad, fa, and fa. Masfufa or masfufatun. That means something has been put in rows. So these cushions or these takiyas have been put in rows after rows. So people can sit. Okay, this is just to show the beauty of the paradise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning here. Okay, masfufatun, something that some cushions, that takiyas are put in row after row after row. Okay, so that is masfufa, have been put in that situation. Okay, wanamariqo, and cushions in rows. First in rows. Okay. Okay. Then one more thing is mentioned after that. Wazarabiyo mabthusa. Okay. So zarabi is the word which is used for carpets. Zarabi means carpets. Okay. Carpets. Qaleen. Okay. And then the word is ba, tha, and tha. Basasa. This means to spread. So how are qaleens put? They are spread. Okay. Cushions are high and pillows are arranged in rows and cups are beautifully decorated and carpets are spread out. Okay. So that is the scene of the Jannat or paradise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, and among all those blessings there will be no useless conversation. La tasma'u fiha laghiya. Fiha lagh or laghiya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says when all these things are there, the people will be radiya. They will be satisfied, they will be pleased, they will be happy. Okay, that is lisa'iha radiya. That what the effort they have done in the worldly life, and now they are seeing the reward of that, they are pleased with that, they are satisfied, they are happy with that. Okay, so that is radiya. So again do the same thing here. You put a meme and waw and ta, just like we're doing here, and you put these letters in between ba and tha and sa. So that's the word here, mabsusatun. Mabthusa, when you stop, you say Mabthusa, but the word is Mabthusatun, means spread out. Something that has been spread. Okay, so what has been spread? The carpets, the qaleen have been unfolded, they have been spread out. Okay, Wa means and, and the Zarabiyun means carpets, and Mabthusa means spread. Okay. So at this point, the description of the paradise stops. Okay. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings us back to the worldly life. Okay. And then He wants us to ponder on His creation. Okay. He wants us to pay attention on the creation that He has done. Okay. So we can understand how great Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. And once we understand, then we submit ourselves towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then we work hard. So when we reach there, we are among the Radiyah. Okay, so the Quran is bringing you back again. So now try, work hard. So you can see all those things there. Okay, how is it bringing back? Afala yanzuruna. So let's look at these words. Okay, so the word that we know is Noon, Zal, and Ra. Nazara. Nazara we know means to see. Okay. Nazara, this means to see something. Nazar. Nazara means to see. Okay. And when we put a ya in the beginning, it brings the present tense, and wuna brings the plural. Yanzuruna. This means they see. Okay. Noon, Za, and Ra. When you put a ya in the beginning, that brings the grammar of present tense. Present tense means seeing. And wuna is the plural. Yanzuruna means they see, or they're looking. Yanzuruna means they see. Yaf'aluna, they do. Yanzuruna, they see. Now, the word before that is la. La makes it negative. La means not. So the meaning will be la yanzuruna, they do not see. Okay? So the meaning will be they do not see. La yanzuruna, they do not see. Now, if I put an alif before that, this alif brings the meaning of a question mark. When you put this alif, it changes the sentence into a question. Istifhamia, question sentence. Okay, so the meaning will be, don't they see? In English, the meaning will be, there is one more letter, fa before that. Fa means so. So this means so. So, afala yanzuruna, so don't they see? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking a question. Are you not seeing something? Don't they see something? Okay? And it's a question is actually a reminder that if you haven't seen until now, see something that we are mentioning here. So that is afala yanzuruna, so don't they see? And these are the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing people. Don't people see something? Okay. So don't they see? Afala yanzuruna. So don't they see? Okay. Then after that the word is ilal ibili. Okay. The word ila means to or toward. Ila means toward. Okay. And ibilun means camel. Ibilun means camel. Okay. And if I put al before that, al means the camel. Okay. Al means the. When you put al, then these two dhammas change into one. That's the characteristic of al. So it becomes al ibilu. Okay. And when you put the ila before that, okay, which is toward. Okay. Ila is a harf jar preposition, and that changes this to a kasra. Okay. So the word becomes ilal ibili. You read together. You do not pronounce these alifs in between. It will be ilal ibili. Al ibili. Yeah. That's what is in the Quran. Together it's written like that. You separate out the words. Ilal ibili means toward the camel. So don't they see to the camel or toward the camel? Okay. Toward the camel. Don't they see toward camel? Then after that is the word kaifa. Kaifa means how. Kafiyat, when say how are you, what's your kafiyat? Kaifa means how. Okay. Okay. Now these three letters khalaqa means to create. Khalaqa means to create. Okay. If I put three fathas on one each, khalaqa, it means he created. Okay. Khalaqa, fa'ala he did, khalaqa he created. Okay. Now if I put a ta at the end, khalaqat. Khalaqat means she created. Ta at the end is for feminine. That's the grammar of feminine, third person, in the past tense. So khalaqa, he created something in the past, and khalaqat, she created in the past. Okay. Now this is active. Okay. Someone is creating something. Okay. Now there, if I make small change here, as follows, that keep the same thing. If I change this to a Dhamma, okay, and change this to a Kasra, those two things, and keep this one. Instead of Khalaqat, if I change two harakas, Khuliqat, it becomes passive voice. Passive voice means was created, or she was created. That's how in English we make the active the passive. She or he killed or he was killed. He was killed was a passive voice. He killed was an active. So in Arabic, all you have to do is just change the harakat. Okay. She was created. In Arabic, the iblin, the camel is a feminine word. So don't they see how the camel was created? You don't have to put she, you put a camel there. Okay? So don't they see how the camel was created? Kaifa khuliqat, how was it created? Okay? Who is here? The ibl, the camel. Okay? So this will be how was created. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting people to ponder and pay attention on the creation of camel. Okay? See how different the camel is and what are the qualities of the camel. Okay? Don't they see how the camel was created? Okay? It has long neck and long legs, and it can run hundreds of miles without drinking water. Okay? And serves the human being. Okay? And a lot of other characteristics that a lot of other animals don't have. Okay? Being so huge, he's so submissive to the mankind, serving mankind. He's so small compared to him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting people to look at the camel and think how the camel was created, with what qualities, with what characteristics Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created camel. And then by pondering and paying attention, the purpose is to realize the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not that you admire the camel, but looking at the camel, you look back towards the Creator. Okay? And that is what the purpose is. Okay? So that is how he was created. Then after that, one more thing is mentioned. Wa ila samai. Okay? So ila again is wa means and ila means toward. Okay? Sama means sky. Okay? Kaifa means how. Okay. So this afala yanzuruna will apply to this ayat also. Don't they see how the sky was raised? Okay, so this afala yanzuruna will apply to the next ayat also. So sky Kaifa means how. Okay? And again the same rule. Rafa'a means to raise. Rafa'a means to raise. Okay? And if I apply the same thing, put a ta at the end, it will become Rafa'at. Rafa'at means she raised. putting a ta at the end brings the grammar of third person feminine. Now again do the same thing, that just change 2 harakats there. Instead of rafat, rufiyat. Just like khalaqat, khuliqat. The meaning will be she was raised. Passive. So it will be she was raised. So we are talking about the sky, so you don't have to say she there. How the sky was raised. Afala yanzuruna, don't they see? Ila samai, towards the earth, towards the sky. Kayfa rufiyat, how it was raised. Okay, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised this high sky without any pillars. Okay, so that will give you more power to think about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, kayfa rufiyat, how was it raised? Okay. So inshallah we'll stop here. One more day before we finish this surah. 1/3 surah is still left of Surah AlGhashia. Inshallah we'll finish it next time.